now a case of, if you cannot beat them, you join them. I beg, help me listen to this resolution and the agreement between the federal government and the organized labor. Of course, now say now today the nationwide strike proposed by organized labor supposed start, but they don't call off that strike because they don't reach some kind of agreement with the federal government. I mean, help me listen to that agreement. Then we'll come back to it. I'm gonna watch.
And says following the engagements between the federal government, TUC and NLC, with the intervention of the Speaker, House of Representatives, to resolve the disputes that arose from the withdrawal of subsidy on PMS, the following resolutions were reached. 1. The federal government, the TUC and the NLC, to establish a joint committee to review the proposal for any wage increase or award and establish a framework and timeline for implementation. 2. The federal government, the TUC and the NLC, to review World Bank Finance Cash Transfer Scheme and propose inclusion of low-income earners in the program. As you are aware, the $800 million loan did not really capture the low-income government workers. So we basically will be talking about how to include them in that scheme. 3. The federal government, the TUC, and the NLC to revive the CNG conversion program earlier agreed with labor centers in 2021 and work out detailed implementation and timing. 4. The labor centers and the federal government to review issues hindering effective delivery in the education sector and propose solutions for implementation. 5. The labor centers and the federal government to review and establish the framework for completion of the rehabilitation of the nation's refineries. 6. The federal government is to provide a framework for the maintenance of roads and expansion of rail networks across the country. All other demands submitted by the TUC, and that's the 7th, all other demands submitted by the TUC to the federal government will be assessed by the joint committee.
Come with a more concrete reality and framework and alternative. The CNG alternative is better than the price even before the increment. If you check countries of the world like Kuwait, like Qatar and others, with large gas deposits, you will agree with me that it's a very viable alternative because the deposit here can sustain the country for the next 500 years. It's a clean energy, eco-friendly, and cheaper. I think the whole battle we are having now is the issue of the cost being at 500. And by our last meeting, during Silver's time, we were talking about 90 naira. So if this government achieves an option or alternative that is even under 90 or 120 or whatever, I think every one of you will be clapping for them. So it's the willpower, to achieve this. It's a very viable alternative, is done all over. So what we need is the willpower. And if we achieve that, I think there will be, a lot of success, a lot of progress so made. I believe that what we need is for them, to work unlike what we experienced before. By now, we should have gone far.
This is now the same NLC under the chairmanship of Joe Ajay, who tell us say before they can have any headway or any meeting with the federal government, that the federal government should reverse itself, go back to status quo, that the price of petrol should come down. Make it go back to what it used to be before we can negotiate. But now, story don't change. Everything we on here inside that agreement, any of them are short-term goal. All of them will be long-term goal. Fix refinery. The 800 million will go include government workers that are low-income earners. This one, anyone give you immediate solution. We'll get back to CNG. This they are natural gas. Wait. Now the whole thing when I hear for them, how they go take fix refinery when they propose to fix this, they never fix them. Now I be the part of the agreement where the NLC listening to call off the strike. We suppose help Nigerians not to suffer too much. Make government, we suppose compel government to reverse itself so that they can put things in place before removing this fuel subsidy to cushion the effect on the 133 million Nigerians. That's how they take die the matter. So strike is over. The price has come to stay. I can't even wonder why they even come out make laws in the first place when they don't say they cannot keep to their words. Why? Because why we even believe in you guys? Because when they tell us say before we go listen to come, they say they go reverse the money to status quo to what it used to be before we go even get any agreement with them. They don't reverse the money. We don't enter agreement, and all the agreement we enter now long term. None of them can cushion the effects now. So the money 500 and above for petrol has come to stay. Hell. Okay now, fellow Nigerians, I beg, help me listen to Peter Obi and what he would have done differently if say na him be the president of Nigeria, our president. If say na him win that presidency, if they say na him did that power, what him go do? You understand? To solve this situation as per man we get brain. Help me listen to Peter Gregory Obi. Watch.
There's a difference between removing your tooth by applying anesthesia, which will alleviate your pain, and just pulling it out. The difference is that I believe it should be removed with conditions, and that condition has to be applied. If I was involved, I would have shown in empirical statistical data how much we are going to save, where we are going to apply it, the gains for the people, so they can, just like I said all throughout my campaign, that I'm going to govern the people by being open, showing them empirically verifiable facts on how the country can be better, and everybody can follow it. The reason why Nigerians are agitating about everything here is that when people say, let's go and suffer, let's go and sacrifice, they don't see the effect of the sacrifice at the end. But if you're going to do it, then do it in an organized manner where the people can see a verifiable plan. And that's it. I did a lot of similar things while I was governing Anambra State, stopping this to do this. But each one I did, I showed the people in a verifiable manner where we're going to land. Governance should not be supply driven, it should be demand driven. You govern with the people. Let the people know what you're doing and explain to them in a clear terms.
Peter Obi talk say there is a difference between pulling off your teeth without anesthesia and applying anesthesia before you pull out the teeth. Those are two different things. Why you go feel pain? The other one, the pain go take minimal, they go come out. You hear me? Say you should put things in place before you can remove the oil subsidy. Everybody knows say oil subsidy na scam, na criminality, but there should be things in place before you can remove the oil subsidy. And him tell una inside that video when I watch now say, look, I have the solution. Before me come and say I want contest for president, I already know what to do. It's not as though I'm coming into power without knowing anything. I already know where the problems are and I know how to face them. I him tell us say Nigerians are not worried about removing the fuel subsidy or things like that, hardship and all of that. No. What they are worried about is government should carry us along. Tell us empirically this money we won't come out now, how it will take benefit us. We on our one put up, like show us the way make we see them. Don't be just say you come and say fuel subsidy is gone. What is the plan? No plan, you just come and declare. After you don't declare, now you commit now. You understand? To put things in place according to you. Now. So when I don't see where this guy they come from. If Nigerians know that They are going to suffer for 5 years, and this is the benefit. They will gladly take the suffering because they have been communicated effectively, and they are looking forward to that time frame where you give them, whether 5 years or 4 years or 6 years. And if you don't happen by that time, they will ask you, "Oga, not wait till you tell us. Now we will see you." Una they hear me? That is how governance is. And Peter Lona say, "This is my own style of governance. Carry the people along." Yeah. So Labour now, this noise you wanna make, you know. It's alright. It's alright. Well, it don't tell we will hear from Inyas and Wike, the immediate past governor of Rivers State. Make we hear from him today. Fellow Nigerians, listen to ESL Wike. Watch.
Still on this your constant meeting with the president. The president is enjoined to pick a minister, at least a minister from every state of the federation. If he offers you the slot for Rivers State, would you take it?
In fact, there's a list that is already trending online. I'm sure you've seen that also. And in fact, your office is has already been identified. And let me not go into that, but I know you, Excellency, you've also seen that list trending. So how will it go? A PDP man in an APC government accepting such offers?
Are you talking about APC, PDP, or you are talking about Nigeria? You see, must I be relevant only when I'm given an appointment? You see, this is the problem we have. Must you be relevant only when, like somebody said, your relevance is what you are able to do when you have an opportunity. Your relevance is how people see you. Right? That's your relevance. Not when you are given, not when you are given an appointment that makes you relevant. No. But like I said, every week you see people rolling out different lists. What is my business? The Mr. President has not called me one day to say, look, this is what I want you to do. For me to say yes or no. But you see people every week. In fact, I'm sure this week another list will come out.
And your name will always be there.
Why? Because let me tell you what they think. They think because the way Rivers State is now is clear, politically or otherwise.
The president's party in Rivers State is not in sync with him.
What's my business? If they have problem, I don't know.
Probably that's why you have become the beautiful bride.
I don't know. It is the relevance. It is the relevance. Listen, we say we are supporting Southern president. Our Southern president won.
We get a cover. Everyone, we get a cover. Oh, I don't know where we have from this guy. So Wike, you still get money to call for press conference and talk after you don't come out from power. I be say this guy looks well. You still get money to call for press conference. Are you in a way pacifying Tinubu to look your way for appointments, probably ministerial appointments? Are you in a way? Because when you take this serious, they talk with you, they talk inside that video. I don't just understand you. Why are you calling for press conference? You go use your which money? Okay, well, you don't come up for public office, so that the money when you don't arrange for yourself. Now you use the call for press conference so that you can be heard and people go to see you. My brother, relax, relax. This government where all of us there inside. You know what is now? I'm saying because you betray your own brother, they go reason your matter. Who betray him brother? Or I mean, who sell him brother? The buyer no go trust him. If you sell your brother, the person will buy your brother no go trust you. So let's see how you will be able to navigate through this. And maybe they go knock you minister for maybe Niger Delta affairs or anyone. But I know your game. I know what you're doing. You're trying to get in line with the presidency. But no wahala. You have gone to the villa to visit him, do this and do that. Now press conference they come. Press conference will be say no be 1 night, no be 2 night. They use the color. No wahala. We here they look you, see as everything. go take a go. But Wike. Wait, I go tell this guy now. We sit down the look. Fellow Nigerians, that this is why I carry come on Domon today. I go see owner later. I beg. If you like this update, subscribe to my channel. I beg. Biko, Ejo, Da Allah. Subscribe.